Hey there, families. I wanted to give you an update. Instead of doing a newsletter, I thought maybe I would try a video update because then maybe you might see it a little bit more and I can go over a couple things with you. So I'm starting on our Greenville Yellow Jackets page just so that way I can quickly walk you through again how to get on Clever in case you need that. So to start, you're going to go to Menu. You're going to scroll down to Parent Links. Click on Parent Links, and there's a button over here that says Clever. You'll click on Clever, and it will bring up the login screen for Clever, and it will say login with Google or login with Clever. The kids have to log in with Google on their Clever page, and so they'll have to type in their username and then their passwords they just received today. So they did get a new password. And then when they get on, they're going to click on Mr. DeYoung's class page. And then all of their resources are on here. So one of the things that I wanted to update you on was the Animal Research Project. So to get to that, you're going to click on the Google Classroom. Once you're on the Google Classroom, you'll select who you are. Click Mr. DeYoung's second grade class. The students will click on the classwork tab, and then they'll click on their animal research project. And then they will click on their work so that they can continue working on it. Please work on this as often as you can. They have time during their tier 2 to work on it, but they do have some things that they need to continue working on in order to finish that so we can give our presentations. So that's one of the pieces. Going forward with that is we are also going to be, the kids are working on let me make myself bigger. The kids are working on a procedural writing piece where they have to write how they make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And so what they're going to do is they're going to be writing that piece in class. And then they have an assignment that they have to go home and they have to videotape themselves making the peanut butter and jelly the way that they wrote it. So that means if they only wrote get out the bread, they're not saying to take off the twisty tie, open it, take 2 slices out. They're saying just get out the bread, so set it on the counter. And if they're saying just spread the peanut butter on it, well, that means they didn't take the cap off. That means they're just rolling their peanut butter on the loaf of bread. So it's kind of a way for them to think about how do you get others to understand what it is that you're writing. So that means that they have to be very specific in their procedural writing piece. So if they do say to take off the lid of the peanut butter and then spread it, well, now they're going to be using their fingers to spread it if they're not getting out a knife. So they need to be thinking about all of those parts and pieces. It's a lot of fun for them to experience and have fun with, and it's a lot of fun for you parents to be able to see. Yes, it might be a little bit of a mess, but it is a lot of fun as they work through that. Our class has requested that we do snacks on Friday, which is fun because the kids have been working really hard all year. And so snacks on Friday is a super fun way to just reward their hard work and to keep doing that. But in order to do that, we need some parents to volunteer to send in snacks on Fridays. So what's going to happen is I'm going to send out a link to a Sign Up Genius for the last 5 weeks of school for our snacks on Fridays. And if you are interested in signing up to just send a snack, that would be fantastic. Also, please consider saving your paper towel tubes and toilet paper rolls. We are going to be building roller coasters in the month of May for our math unit, and they do take up a lot of paper towel rolls. And so we need to collect as many as we can so that way our roller coasters can be as cool and awesome as the kids want. And I will be making video recordings of those roller coasters, so that's a lot of fun for the parents to be able to see. May the 9th, we are having a field trip to Ferris State University. Unfortunately, we will not be able to take parents with us as the university is limiting how many we can take, but also the capacity that we have on the buses. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. It is a no cost to us, so it's a free field trip, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Remember to continue to watch the weather and dress for the weather. We seem to be in that third winter stage in Michigan. So make sure you're still bringing a winter coat because I'll tell you, having recess duty, it is very cold outside. So we want to make sure that we're dressing for the weather. Um, Also, I wanted to just remind you that if you are able to send in any Clorox wipes or some spray for us to wipe the tables, we could use that, as well as tissues. With allergy season upon us, we are going through tissues super fast. So if you can donate any of those items, that would be fantastic as well. Finally, I just wanted to give you an update of where we are with our language arts and math. In math, we are currently working on using metric units for measurement. We're also looking at subtracting multi-digit numbers and finding the difference between two numeral numbers with metric units. So they're going to have to measure something, find the difference of that compared to something else, and be able to subtract to find that difference. It's a great unit to be able to learn those units of measure, but also that subtraction piece. Another piece for our language arts, we are working on goods and services right now, which will also incorporate our social studies with economics. So we're reading about farmers markets and how buyers and sellers do things. And so it's just a lot of fun to be able to incorporate our social studies, economics with our reading. I am super excited as we finish this end of the year and just seeing how awesome your kids are doing. So continue to work hard at home and doing a great job. I am just super excited to end this year with these kids. Have a great evening.